Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the wrapper classes. Now what is wrapper classes? A wrapper class is a class whose object wraps or contains a primitive data type. I hope you know about the primitive data type. Primitive data type is int, float, double, char, float like that. And in other words, we can wrap a primitive data type into a wrapper class object. This is the definition of the wrapper classes. You can see this table on the screen. Now these are the primitive data types: char, byte, short, long, float, double, boolean. And the wrapper classes of these are char, we have character, byte, short, we have short. Now these are the primitive data types, and on the right hand in the wrapper class column, we have all the wrapper classes. Here int is missing. You can type here int. We have integer as a wrapper class for the int basically. So these are the wrapper classes that we have to use in our programs. So why we need to use the wrapper classes? First of all, they convert primitive data type into the objects. Whenever we create a variable, that variable is not an object. But when we use the wrapper classes, then with the wrapper classes we can make that object. Now second thing, the class in java.util package handles only objects, and hence wrapper classes help in case also. We have a package in Java library. I hope you know about that, java.util, and this package only handles the object. So that's why we need the wrapper classes. And the third point, data structures in the collection framework such as an array list or a vector stores only object, don't primitive data types. I know that you don't know about data structures or the collection framework right now, but we will discuss about the collection framework in detail in our future sections. But for this video, keep thinking in mind that when we use the collection framework, we cannot store the primitive data types, we can only store the objects. And the fourth point, an object is needed to support synchronization in multi-threading. And this point is also a little tricky for you, but we will discuss about the threading in our future sections. But also an object is needed to support synchronization in the multi-threading. That's why we use the wrapper classes. So let's discuss about the wrapper classes in our NetBeans, that how we can create our objects using the wrapper classes. So here in NetBeans, first of all, I'll remove these comments from here. Now, when I want to create an integer variable, I just type here int a equals to 5. This means that 5 is stored in the a, and the a is of the integer type. And now if I want to use the wrapper classes, I just type the name of the wrapper class. I type here integer, and I type the reference. I just type like this: I equals to new integer, and in the constructor I add a number like 20. This thing is just like creating an object of the class. These are the wrapper classes, so we are creating the object of the integer class here. If I type here 5 like this, now both contains the 5, but this is not our object. This is a variable and this is the object right now. Let's print the value on the screen. I type here system.out.println, and I type here primitive data type, and I just concatenate the a. Then I print the value system.out.println, and I type here wrapper class, and I now concatenate the I like this. And now if I run this program, you will see primitive data type 5 and wrapper class 5. So in this way we use the primitive data type and the wrapper classes. When we use the primitive data type, then we don't create an object, but when we use the wrapper classes, we are creating the object of that class. Now I create like this string, and I type here str equals to, I type here Java like this, and I type here string s1 equals to new string, and the constructor I type here Java. Okay, so this is the same thing. This is not a object, and this is a object of string class. Okay, so I hope you understand that this is just a variable. We are using non-primitive data type to create this variable, and in this way we are using the wrapper classes to make the object of that class. And now I also print the values on the screen. I just type here system.out.println, and I type here str, and again system.out.println, and I type here s1, like this. And now if I run this program, you will see Java 2 times on the screen. In this way we use our wrapper classes. All the primitive data types has the wrapper classes. For int we have integer, and for character, this is the type here char, for this we have character. And otherwise for boolean we have boolean, for long we have long, for short we have short, for double we have double. So in this way we have all the wrapper classes. We can use them to create our objects. So I hope you understand about the wrapper classes. Now there are some important methods in the wrapper classes that are very helpful in basically coding, while coding in Java or working on the projects. So we will discuss about all these methods in our next video. Basically there are 4 methods. These are very important methods that we have to learn that how we use them. So I hope you understand for this video that what are wrapper classes and why we need to use the wrapper classes. So I hope you understand. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video.